Good morning, guys. It's Tina Watkins here with InHand Equine Therapy. Just wanted to give you a little mentor me moment in the barn this morning. I know the lighting's not absolutely perfect, but welcome to a little bit of a dreary morning here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I am working on this horse's pelvis, and one of the typical things came up for me when you're working on the around and on this coxal tuberosity. All right, so we're working around this coxal tuberosity today, and just as a reminder for everybody, best way to find it is to start in that gluteal tissue, come down and land on the top of it so you know you're right on the very tippy top of it. Trace your way around that little bit of a bean shape, make sure you can find the very bottom of it and all the way around. I think everybody's probably pretty used to finding this coxal tuberosity. I think the big thing that I find when I'm working around it is that the fascial attachment to it becomes so stuck that we can't get the release that we want in the surrounding tissue. So when I'm working on this, after I've warmed the area up with some general massage, just making sure that I have circulation to the area, I'm going to go ahead and find the middle of that coxal tuberosity, and I'm going to start to draw my fascia around, and hopefully you can pick this up on the camera. When I draw down here, I've got almost no movement through this fascia. When I draw up, I've got really good slide, and again down, almost no movement. On the bottom side here, there's all kinds of mobility. So this really makes me want to assess through this fascia and see what's happening. I would go ahead and do a fascial drag on this. I would find the direction where the tissue is not moving by doing a bit of a star shape all the way around here. And then once I've located where I feel like it's the most stuck, I'd go ahead and melt into this area. Now I have my braces on for massage, but if I was going to do myofascial release, I'd take these braces off, cup this area, and then start to drag in that area once I'd melted in. You're gonna find that as soon as you get that direction the way you want, the horse is gonna lean right into it. I don't know if you guys noticed that he cocked his hip and started to lean right into this just when I put a little bit of pressure. I'm gonna then follow that restriction as it takes me in different directions, dragging the tissue into the strain, thinking of it more of a somatic type release. And then just by that little 20 seconds, I'm already getting some nice licking and chewing, but can you guys see the mobility difference off of this bone surface? Now, of course, 20 seconds isn't going to do our full release. We're going to continue working on this, but this is an absolute excellent technique. If you want to learn more fascial techniques or take a deep dive into trying to figure out how the massage or soft tissue routine could really help you to increase your knowledge base, make sure you check out InHand Mentor Me on our Podia platform, InHandEquineTherapy.podia.com. All of you guys have been working on a horse's back, and you get to a stage in it where you see that fasciculation and the horse is tensing down against you. So you're working forward and you get to an area and you really see all of this fasciculation. Sorry, I'm trying to work, and oh yeah, there's some good ones. Okay, so you see that. So you think to yourself, okay, well, I've warmed the area up. I've done my effleurage. I've really prepared the area, and yet I still have this much spasming coming through and affecting that latissimus dorsi muscle that we see spasm all the way down to the shoulder. So when I see these, I often take a step back. I, number one, check to make sure I have the area warm enough, that I've done my effleurage and I've done my compression, and I feel like the tissue is ready for that deeper work, getting in there more. I'm going to come along the spine then with my thumb, and I'm just pressing with the same pressure I'd push a thumbtack into the wall, and I'm going to come along here until I find that little spot. Did you see that little spasm spot? I'm running along, nothing, 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 and then we see that little spot. It's also a little bit of a dimple here where, you know, when we're looking for things, we're always looking for differences in the tissue. Once I find that guy there, if I just go ahead and cup and hold to that area, and I just lift up as I do that cup and hold. And again, I'm just going to show you a little snippet, although this release might take me a lot longer. Okay, and then this tissue is starting to move, and you'll see my hands start to follow that tissue. I'm going to keep my cup on the spine though, and start to release through. Okay, and the tissue is really rolling underneath my hand. I'm going to keep my same pressure. Horse is definitely feeling it. He's turning around to look at me. Same pressure, just a light cup and lifting up. And that tissue is really rolling. And I'm going to hold it until it stops here. Okay. Oh no, we're still going here. I always just pause when I feel like the tissue stopped, just to make sure. Okay. Once I'm done that, then you're going to find that when you come back in and press on that spot, and you can really grind into it well, that there's no more spasming. And let me get my tool back out here. Sorry, one-handed, trying to keep the camera from getting you guys car sick. Okay, and I can bring my tool in here and work through that tissue, and absolutely no spasming left. So always consider where that spasm is coming from and seeing if you can, hello little buddy, and seeing if you can activate or release the area that is in so much constriction. And if it's a fascial plane or an area of attachment along the spine, it's often a spot where you can isolate that branch, do that release, and then get much better body work done in the larger muscle group that you're working on. Hopefully you're having a great day, and we'll see you for another Mentor Me moment. Bye for now.